Hello everyone, you're about to learn what is comics and its importance as pop culture. Comics. 1929 First Filipino comic strip Kinkoy appeared. Creator, Antonio Velasquez. It then consisted of 4 frames, used as a filler in the popular weekly Liwayway, but eventually grew to a full-page feature. 1931, other comic strip characters joined Kinkoy, almost all of them modeled on American characters. Okulafu roamed the mountains of Luzon. Huapino, Chinese corner store owner. Saryong Albolario, barrio doctor who last name meant quack. Ogoyo and Kike, local counterparts of Maggie and Jigs. Since 1972 and marital law, comics have also been used by government agencies to carry developmental messages like Green Revolution, home vegetable gardens, housing programs and family planning. Comics are not created by the consumers, and created for a popular and not an elite audience. These are created by artists who, although motivated by profit, have their finger on the public pulse, their ears cocked to the public voice, their minds tuned to the public dream. At present, there are 50 comics magazines published weekly in the country with a combined circulation of more than 2 million copies. Dr. Reyes sees the comics as having taken on different roles: purveyor of entertainment and moral lessons, disseminator of values and attitudes, and even a source of practical knowledge on farming, government policies, medicine and science.
Philippine comics have a rich history, and according to Dr. Fernandez, the first Filipino comic strip was Kinkoy in 1929. Kinkoy was written by Romualdo Ramos with the help of cartoonist and illustrator Tony Velasquez in 1929. Through the years, comics was inspired by Philippine mythology and from Western resources, just like superheroes and extraordinary characters. This leads us to some of the most prominent comics in the Philippines, which are Darna, a fictional Filipino comics superhero created by writer Mars Ravelo and artist Nestor Redondo. She first appeared on May 13, 1950, and with her is the famous villain, her nemesis, Valentino, or the Filipino version of Medusa. Another is Dispel, a mermaid who first appeared in Filipino comics and was also created by Mars Ravelo. Some examples not given in the article but are also famous comics are Pondi, Captain Barbell, Elastic Man, and Trece. These comics are very popular even now, because these comics were produced as movies and films played by popular artists, and in fact, we have a new upcoming teleserie of Mars Ravelo's Darna this 2022.
What are comics for Filipinos?
For countless Filipinos, the comics is perhaps the only reading fare which is a cheap, accessible substitute for more serious literature. They can be found on magazine stalls in busy downtown Manila or small sari-sari stores in barrios where anyone can read it for 20 centavos. Comics swapping is the system of circulation especially between neighbors, urban workers and their provincial relatives. As a pop culture. The dreams, the hopes, the values, the vision of life, the escape from reality, the problems and their solutions, and the total worldview are the content reflected in the comics that would make the comics a popular culture. Comics have been studied both from the mass communication and the literary cultural approaches in magazine and journal articles and in theses. The form and distribution method is popular. The underlying sensibility is very largely folk, and it is on this meld of folk and pop that the people's maximum receptivity to comics rests.